for the Hornets, they had some lofty goals to start the year, but they may not have the roster to hang with the league's elite teams.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the 5 spot. And for Boston, Sam Hauser out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Derek White. And it's Shireman in a 2-guard. Like a fast break running downhill, Grant. These two teams have been on a roll lately.
But you know, B.A., tonight only one team can keep that roll going. We'll see who can impose their will on this game and maintain their momentum.
Now here's Hauser. Pass to Shireman. Here's Brown. Takes the 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, this is what Brown was looking for. He just needed the ball, and then instantly his shot was up.
Back to Ball. Fires for 3. Rebound Boston. Brown scanning the floor. Hauser passes to Brown. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Ball against White. Bridges outside. And here's Knipple from the arc. And the 3-pointer goes.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Here's White in his last outing with 12 points. And here's Brown for 3. Here's Shireman. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Plays like that make the coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Ball passes to Miller. Pulls up. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Left side White. And here's Brown for 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game. And the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
Well, they shot it well because of how selfless they were. You need that kind of chemistry and cohesion on the road.
Clock at 6. Diabate. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future is still bright for Miller. And he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential. And obviously their goal right now is to feed him the ball and get him going.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Now here's Miller. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
And he did a lot of work on the glass as well. He impacted the game on multiple fronts.
Boston has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Inside, here's Vucevic. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Well, offensively, that's what you want to get. Vucevic from point-blank range.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla.
He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. BA, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Pass to Brown. Picked by Vucevic. This one for 3. The Hornets pull it in. This is their first chance this season playing Boston. And here's Knipple from the arc. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Left side, Brown. Over Knipple. Brown can't hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Bridges finds Miller. 11 feet out. Shireman grabs a board.
This is not his quarter. He needs to give up some touches and recalibrate.
And it's good for 2.
Well, listen, White doesn't fear anyone inside. He wants to get down low and cash in.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Back to ball. No good there. Good work defensively by White. Boston leading by 4. Hauser outside. It's Brown on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Miller pulls it in.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Back to ball. From deep. Fires in the triple.
Fearless from beyond the arc, LaMelo has unlimited range and tremendous confidence.
Ball against White. Pass to Vucevic. 20 feet out, and they pick up 2. Vucevic has got 6 points.
Well, he's such a natural talent, has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
Back to ball. And he's going for the lob. Up high, and down it goes on the lob.
Yeah, what a creative player in these pick and rolls. Ball takes pleasure dicing up defenses like this.
Now Vucevic, coming off a terrific game against Brooklyn. Back to White, launches a 3, and that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Well, we've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. There's Ball with a 3, and Charlotte another 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's White. He's got 5. Pass to Brown. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Now here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected cam? Brown with it. He was another key contributor in that win against Brooklyn. And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster. Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
Outside, Brown. There's a screen from behind the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Let's take a look at the numbers for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Here's White. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. Pass to Diabate. Now here's Bridges. And here's Knipple from the arc. Nails it from 3. Knipple's got 6 points.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Now here's White. 5 points in the game. The 3 is up. It's stolen. Pass to White. Here's Knipple. Just 5 on the clock. Back to White. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on White.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
A knockdown shooter if I ever saw one. Knipple is a constant threat on the perimeter, Grant.
Yeah, Knipple is a high-level floor spacer. He has a great feel for the game and makes solid reads. Plus, his strong frame allows him to match up with bigger wings.
And he drops the first. As we hit the home stretch of the regular season, Grant, what's the focus for teams outside of the playoff picture?
You know, B.A., I think it's about staying competitive and building a foundation for next season. As a team, you need to use the time you have to consistently improve.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Walsh comes in for Shireman, and Pritchard is subbed in for White.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Now here's Vucevic. He's guarded closely. Pass to Walsh. Now Brown. And he drives in. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Brown's got 8.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
And here's White. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Banked it in off the glass.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for Boston. Trailing by 2. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
And that game was all about the depth they have on this roster. Their role players stepped up when they needed it most.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
1:51 left to play in the first. Bridges outside, down low. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's Brown. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 10.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Pritchard against White. And here's Knipple from the arc. The offensive rebound. Brown with the steal. Here's Walsh. And that one is stuffed right through.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there. Willing to give it up to his open teammates.
And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Pritchard. Here he goes. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Pritchard's got 5.
Well, once he gets a step to the rim like that, it's going to take more of a defensive effort to force the miss.
Here's White. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. Shot from 12. Again, Charlotte. that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. It's the Celtics. They lead by 1. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. If you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing they've done is look to shoot from the mid-range often. So far, it's really paying off for them.
Peyton Pritchard is out there with Delano Banton, and it's Gonzalez in at the 3 spot. That's the Boston 5. Pass to White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With the drive, the 3 from Ball. Yes, sir! Ball hits a triple.
You have to stay in Ball's shirt out there or he will rise and fire.
Here's Gonzalez. Here's Banton. He's guarded by White. Banton passes to Gonzalez. Back to Banton. From downtown. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Out to the right wing. There's Ball with a 3 from the corner. LaMelo.
And they're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
Pritchard, the pass to Banton. Back to Pritchard. Pass to Walsh. Pulls up on the wing. Again, the miss by Boston. Charlotte leading by 5. Now White, beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Walsh. Here's Gonzalez. Here's Banton for 3. Drills it from deep. Banton's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
White for 3. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Boston has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Outside Pritchard takes a 3. Can't get it to drop. The Hornets have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Ball against Pritchard. Pushing through, LaMelo Ball.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. So both teams making some changes here. While we have a moment, some leaders from the real NBA. The real numbers show the league leaders in second chance points. The Hornets, 3rd, 4th, the Celtics.
And it's like second chance points have been a constant for both teams. They know how to extend possessions.
Here's Shireman. Pritchard surviving the D. Shoots from 12. Miller pulls it in. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Williams' shot is good.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
Now here's Pritchard. 5 points in the game. Outside White. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kata. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
You know, Derek White is what you call a combo guard. He can play on or off the ball. There we saw his passing ability.
Now here's Ball. He's got 14. Williams, a screen on Pritchard. There's Ball with a 3. Boston pulls it in.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Outside, Brown. There's the screen. White for 3. Williams grabs the board. Charlotte leading by 5. Ball outside. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Fades away. Oh, and he can't make that one. 2 for 3 now. His first miss. Pass to Pritchard. Now here's White. Now Brown. Shoots off the step back. Jaylen Brown gets it to fall.
When he gets to his spot, Jaylen Brown is money from the mid-range.
Pritchard against Ball. Williams looking around. From outside the arc. Charlotte, no good that time either. Celtics trail by 3. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back to you guys.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, thank you. All no good. The Celtics have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Pritchard from outside. Ball with the rebound. The Hornets shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Williams' shot is good.
Well, you want to shoot a high percentage from the floor? That's where you go with the ball.
Boston's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Outside White. They set a pick, and they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Kata, and it's Hauser in for Pritchard. Charlotte also making some changes. Bridges comes in for Williams, and it's Kobe White in for Ball. And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
All right, fans, give it up. Someone once again for Celtics Entertainment.
Here's White. Pass to Bridges. Here's Knipple, defended by Brown. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. The shake. And the jam by Brown.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
For 3, Bridges. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside, Brown. There's a screen. Pass to Vucevic. 6 to shoot. Back to Brown. The kick out to White from the arc. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Now Bridges. He has 6. Here's Knippel. Back to White. There's the triple. Here's Bridges. It's hauled in by White. Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Vucevic. There's the 3. Drops in the 3. Vucevic has got 9 points.
Well, when you're big like Vucevic is hitting corner threes, that draws out shot blockers and opens up the lane.
Now here's White. Miller outside. That shot is off. That makes him 0 for 5.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
White looking it over. Outside, Brown. Pass to Vucevic. Shot from the wing, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Vucevic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Still so consistent from the mid-range. This has been a staple of Vucevic's game for a long time.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And Charlotte making a change here. Tillman's checked in. All right, let's look at the last handful of seasons and the steals numbers for LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, steals are such a misleading stat sometimes. You can get 3 or 4 steals in a game, but then go 10 games without one. Steals feel streaky, like they just come in bunches. But for whatever reason, he's just not going on those steal streaks as often, and the numbers show it.
Bridges outside. To stop the drought. The rebound, Celtics. Outside White. 3-pointer. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Charlotte trailing. Pass to White. 3-pointer, Bridges. Sinks the tray. Bridges has got 9. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
Now here's Brown.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Can't connect from short range.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Will stand. Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves. That's his 3rd triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Pass to Shireman. We've got 1:23 left to play in the second quarter. And here's White. Vucevic, a screen on White. Boston needs to get off a shot here. Hauser, that's good. Hauser's gotten his 2nd bucket.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
White with it. Pass to Bridges. 52 seconds left in the first half of this game. Tillman. And again, it's Charlotte converting.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
White finds Vucevic. From deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
And a bit of a struggle for him so far in the quarter. Just 1-5 from the field.
Bridges outside. Back to White. Launches a 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Hauser with it. He's against Bridges. Outside White. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Miller's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's White. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Charlotte shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
First team foul. At the line for the Hornets, Kobe White, shooting 1.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. All right, stick around.
58.
Welcome, folks. It's halftime, and the Charlotte Hornets are in the midst of a very close game. This has certainly been an exciting one. Any thoughts, guys?
I like it. It keeps us engaged in the action. Less time to throw jabs at each other.
You better not be throwing anything at me, Kenny.
Here we go again. What am I going to do with you two? And guys, the Charlotte Hornets are in an even game.
Total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the reserves have been tonight, guys.
Lots of interchangeable parts. They can throw different lineups at you. Keeps you guessing. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Celtics trail by 3. Here's who Charles Lee is starting in the second half. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Knipple, and it's Diabate in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Vucevic. Vucevic draws the double. Pass to Brown from downtown. Oh, Jaylen Brown from extended range.
Well, we're seeing this more and more out of Brown. The ability to take over for an extended period of time.
Miller, the pass to Ball. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Ball's got 17 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
White can't hit. Hornets leading by 3. Ball passes to Bridges. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside, Brown. Let's go with a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Brown's got 6 here in the quarter.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Ball outside, takes a 3, and Charlotte another 3.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Here's Shireman to the paint. It's picked off. 2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. Inside, here's Ball. Ball with the athletic finish.
I like how aggressive LaMelo has been tonight. I mean, just looking for his shot consistently.
On the wing, Hauser. Pass to Vucevic. Nice ball movement by Boston. And here's Brown for three. Knipple with the rebound. Charlotte leading by 7. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, BA, he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And on the 2K leaderboard, the teams that have stonewalled offenses over the last month. Number 1, the Celtics. Charlotte, 4th.
And over the last month, both teams have been playing excellent defense, really working hard to prevent other teams from scoring a lot on them.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's White. Give him 8 points now. And there's a pick. And here's Brown for 3. Hits the three-pointer. Brown's got 9 points here in the second half.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
There's Ball with a 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 now. Pass to Brown. Now here's Vucevic. Tight defense on him. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Here's Knipple. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to Shireman from behind the arc. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Ball's got 5 rebounds in the game. To the inside. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Celtics trail by 10. And here's White. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Outside, Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Vucevic. Shoots from the baseline. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 4 assists in the game.
Vucevic is a strong guy. That contact didn't bother him at all.
Now here's Miller. Still no points. Here's Diabate. There's Ball with a 3. He's got it. His 9th make out of 15 tries.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. 11-point game. Pass to Shireman. Here's White. Outside, Brown. Fires for 3. Hauser, that's good. Hauser's got 9.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
For 3, Bridges. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Now here's Vucevic. Defense is right there. Back to White. Takes the 3. Here's Hauser. No good on the triple. Hornets leading by 8. Here's Knipple. He's got 15. Pass to Bridges. The 3 from Ball. He drops it from range. Ball's got 28.
Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from out there.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Coming onto the floor now.
Here's Shireman. And here's Brown for three. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got his 7th rebound here tonight. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you, BA. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Back to you, BA.
You love that confidence. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Brown. And the shot goes in. Brown's got 11 in the second half. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
Yeah, and their team-first approach is another thing you have to like. And they've had great ball movement and are getting a lot of points off assists. Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Outside Pritchard. Pass to Vucevic. Now here's White from the wing. That one falls, coming off the Vucevic feed. White's got 10 points in the game.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Knipple. Lets it go from deep. Hauser grabs the board. Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Pritchard, hounded by Ball. To the middle. Here's Bridges. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Outside, Brown. Now Vucevic. He's got 13. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Pritchard. Shoots over Ball. Pritchard, no good. Charlotte leading by 14. Now Bridges. And here's Ball. 4-3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. For Boston, they've gotten 7 of 14 attempts to fall in the half. Hauser passes to Pritchard. And here's Brown, guarded by Miller. The kick out to White. Lets the 3 fly. 3-pointer goes up. 3-pointer goes down for White.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Changes. Also checked in for Hauser. Shireman comes in for Brown. And the Hornets making a change here as well. White's checked in. Charlotte leading by 11. Ball outside. Oh, love to see Ball attack inside.
Yeah, more points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Pass to Shireman. Now here's Vucevic. Here's White. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, look, if you're trying to slow down White, you first have to match his activity level.
Boston shooting their first free throws of the game now.
For 2 shots.
That's good from White.
Well, White is such a well-rounded player. He can run the offense, act as an off-ball threat, he sets screens, and he's an all-defensive team level player. He checks a lot of boxes.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
We'll talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
White with it. He's got 14. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul of the game. Garza's checked in for Derek White.
Now into the lineup for the Celtics. Number 52, Luka Garza.
Vucevic finds Pritchard. Clock at 6. Pass to Gonzalez. Fires the 3. Hornets with the rebound. Bridges has got 4 rebounds now.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
They set the pick. Here's the 3. Boston pulls it in. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
Yep, that one goes.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Pass to Bridges. Gonzalez pulls it in. Well, the Celtics shooting about 53% on the third, a very good number. A minute 35 left in the third. Now here's Vucevic. Not a lot of room. Blocked! Ball outside. Pass to McNeely. Bridges outside. Ball outside. Back to Bridges. Launches it. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Garza. He's guarded by Bridges. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. And stolen by Bridges. Here's the break. Here's Ball. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Ball's got 34 points.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
27 seconds left in the third. Pass to Garza. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Inside. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Bridges, 1 shot.
One shot.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Brown. 27 points for him. To end the run, he buries it from 3. Brown's got 30.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
And so it's Charlotte, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Jaylen Brown is out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Queta in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. To the inside. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And here's Pritchard. And they say that leadership starts at the top, Stan. How does great ownership and the front office permeate an organization?
Well, you're absolutely right, BA. Leadership starts at the top. And the best owners in this league go out and get great people, and then they empower them. They don't micromanage. They get people to work and use their expertise to build the organization.
Here's Walsh. Pass to Gonzalez. Outside, Brown. To the paint. Right side, Pritchard. The 3 is up. Counted from distance.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Here's Miller. Back to White. The shot from the low post is good. And the Hornets lead by 19.
Right to the hole. White was ready for anything that came his way.
Queta, pass to Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Well, I'll tell you, Brown gets off the floor so easily.
Here's White, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Here's a look at what's coming up for Boston. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Monday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
This is a cushy slate coming up. They'll be facing a lot of beatable teams at home. It doesn't get any easier than that in this league.
Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. Pritchard finds Brown. Back to Pritchard for 3. Fires in the triple. Pritchard's got 6 in the quarter.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Miller. Back to White. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Peyton Pritchard picks one up.
A longer guard, the 6'5" White, doing a nice job inside.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
First one falls. The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
Both good from the line that time.
And really strong at the line since the break.
Celtics trail by 16. Now Brown. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. White against Brown. Down low. Oh, they pick off the pass. And Boston pushing it up now. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
Diabate's checked in for Charlotte. And the free throw, no good.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
Now here's White. 5 on the clock. Wing shot on the way. It's rebounded by Walsh.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Here's Walsh. Outside, Brown. From outside the arc. Can't hit that one. Charlotte leading by 14. Pass to White. Here's Diabate. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Shoots. A good-looking shot from the wing. And the Hornets lead by 16.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
You're taking over this one in effortless fashion. When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
Outside White. There's the screen. The three. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Walsh. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
Can't argue with a chance like that. Give me more of those.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Miller outside. Pulls it from the top of the key, and he gets the bucket. Miller's got 4 points this quarter. Celtics trail by 14. Outside, Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brown's got 38 points.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Pass to Knipple. Here's Diabate. Miller outside. The three hits the trifecta.
Maybe he's playing better during winning time. Silent in the first half, but since then he has taken over.
Brown with it. Now Pritchard. Shot clock at 5. And there's the rejection.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Hauser. Pulls it from 20. The Hornets pull it in.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Knipple, no good. Celtics trail by 17. And here's Pritchard. Pass to Brown. This one for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Brown's got 41.
Even if this game doesn't go their way, he has to be proud of his performance tonight.
Now Miller. Goes up on the wing. The kick out to White. Pass to Knipple. Jacks up a 3. Boston with a rebound. Kid has got his 6th rebound on the night.
He hasn't found the range lately. It's wild to think he had 3 triples there in the first half.
Miller on the wing. Fires from deep. And Pritchard pulls it down. The Celtics have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far here in the 4th quarter. Inside. to Hauser. Here's Walsh. The 3-ball. Hauser can't get it to go.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Miller, the pass to White, right wing. Lots of room. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
And White has more of a feel now for when he should look to score. Nice bucket there.
Pass to Walsh. Back to Pritchard. To the inside. Queta gets the bucket.
Sees his man, threads the pass inside. Excellent teamwork.
Charlotte leading by 14. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And some changes here for the Celtics. Vucevic, he's checked in for Queta. Shireman comes in for Walsh. And it's White in for Pritchard. Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. Ball comes in for White. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Ball. Here's Knippel. Let's loose for 3. Miller outside. Takes a 3. And he nails it.
A slow start for him, but making amends here in the second half.
Here's White. Brown on the wing. From deep. Rebounded by Miller. Hornets leading by 17. Ball right side. Now here's Bridges. Defended by Hauser. Ball. There's the drive. And he banks in the layup. Ball's got 36 points.
Yeah, he just finds a way. Ball determined to get that bucket.
Pass to Hauser. Back to White. Now Brown. Outside White. And the 3 off target. Charlotte leading by 19. Miller outside. Ball outside. Now Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. Miller outside. Puts up a 3. And Charlotte another 3.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Hornets.
I'd say the rim protection really turned things around in their favor.
Yeah, their defensive rotations have been superb. They've been trying to challenge every shot. I love their effort.
And you look at their record after tonight, 30 wins on the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for LaMelo Ball.
He didn't miss out on much of the action tonight. He was magnetized to the ball and did everything he could to contribute for his team on both ends of the floor.
Diabate. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Now here's Vucevic to end the drought. And it's in there.
Yeah, Vucevic is having no problem finding chances to score. The defense has to rethink how they're defending him.
Up top Ball. He's guarded by White. Ball looks over the floor. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy.